Hey guys, my name is Nick McLean, and this is the NM Music Channel, where we talk about anything and everything related to the modern musician, from performing to educating to jazz to anything related to the modern musician. Today you've joined us for our live 3:30 jazz lesson, our lesson that we watch and play along with every single day at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. And yeah, it's a brand new thing. I think this is week 2 of it. I've lost count already. It's only week 2. Don't judge me on that, but do judge on the quality of this stuff. I'm trying to get you some stuff that you're working on, some stuff that's going to help you. And today we're talking about some practice tips. Today is Thursday, our practice tips day, or our tips day. And today's tips day is how to get your first gig, or how to get a gig, or how to get more gigs. Any of those, all up in between. We're trying to do that to get you guys more gigs. Basically, it's how I did it. So before we get into how to get gigs, I want to talk about one thing. There is a lesson giveaway. I'm giving away some lessons. So we're in the middle of this whole live stream when we're talking about and working on getting some gigs. I'm going to be giving away a very special package. I think it's going to have, I don't know, we're going to make it yet. We're going to make it together, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I think that's an important thing being a musician anyways, is e-commerce and commerce and whatnot. I'm going to show you and make this deal. I think it's going to be like 3 or 5 lessons for free for 1 or 5 people, 10 people. I don't know. It depends on what you guys are saying over there in the chat and liking and commenting. Can't even talk today. Subscribing and liking and commenting. If you guys are into that, maybe I'll give away a couple more. Who knows? But there will be a code made during this lesson. It's already put in the plan over here to give you guys some free lessons. But let's get back on topic. We are going into playing and learning about how to get your first gig, how to get a couple gigs, and whatnot. Here we go. I got a brand new card made and theory into practice. Here we go. So as we transition into the computer screen, I want to show you some stuff on the computer over here. I want you guys to know a couple things about getting these gigs and how we're going to work it, right? And when we're doing that, like, it's just having a plan is going to be a great thing. So let's make that plan of attack, and let me get you on the screen here for this plan of attack, right? So boom and boom. Actually, no, we're going to go like this. You should be able to see it here in a second. And there we go. Put me down over here. You don't need to see me, but you need to see this plan of attack. Oh, there she blows, right? Do you get that nautical reference? If you like my nautical wall. Has nothing to do with music, but it just makes me feel good, I guess. Our plan of attack. Let's look at our plan of attack. Well, first of all, we're getting a gig, or getting more gigs. Getting your first gig. You get it. You go get it. Number 1, let's make a couple things we want to get through today. Number 1, and just it's kind of obvious, is make a band, right? Of course, we're going to make a band. Of course, I hope you already have a band, so I'm not going to even go into this, but make a band. Get together, rehearse once or twice. Record those rehearsals. That way you can get a little better as you're going through this kind of stuff. But yeah, you got to have your band first, I guess, or at least the idea of the band. If you're a more advanced musician, the rehearsals and how much time you spend together might be a little less important or more important, depending on your aspect of the performance. But make a band, get together, and get some recordings of yourselves, just for your own personal use at this point, right? Just get together, know them, right? So, like I said, we're not going to be talking about that one too often or too much here, but make a band. Second, looking over here, we're going to get into have a website. Now, this is really easy. I'm going to show you my website here just for kicks and giggles, but you can look at anyone's website, www.nm-music.org. Yes, check this out. That's how you get to my website. And just making sure you can have a website is the number 1 thing to do. Here's a big thing to put on your website right on the front page. Subscribe. You want that on your website. That way people can come back and see you, right? Or you can have people subscribe, in live in concert. Or you can have people subscribe off of the YouTube channel after they're watching something. So yeah, go join the mailing list. It's going to give you some free deals or special offers on lessons, or even booking my Jazz TED if you want. Yeah, so just a couple common things you got to have on this website. 1, you got to have the homepage. Right, I have a cool little video that shows up through here. Tell who you are. Give them that link to follow the band. And this is a different subscription list. So if you guys are interested in following my band, you got to hit this one instead of the other one, because this is for the band and the other one's for the NM Music, although some of the stuff goes out to both of them because it might interest both of you. I try to only send stuff that interests the people that follow me. All right, so calendar, definitely have a calendar showing all your upcoming dates, right? And if you hit that calendar button, it should take you to even more detailed calendar. I love Squarespace, seeing these kind of stuffs. My calendar's kind of empty this week, this month. I still have yet. I'm supposed to get on every first of the month and go and put the new stuff in, but did not get there. I had family in town. So another good part to have of your website is the listening area. Don't make it too complex. I let them download one original. That's the one you're hearing right now. So if you like it and you want to support this channel or support my band, a great way to do that is just go buy that, purchase that. Whole Ride Home is the name of this tune. But they can listen to all these for free. Here's the same. It's the same. The Whole Ride Home there is the same as the download there, so you can just listen to it. And just different variations of what you can perform. Especially as being a jazz band, there's different levels of where you're going to be performing at. One, you'll be at coffee venues that can only hold like 15 people max, and you're not going to bring your whole band there. Or two, you might be at a wedding where you need your whole band. You need maybe even more. Bring in the 6th person or the 7th person or the 8th person. And so getting your first gig, that's the first thing you got to have. Second thing you got to have really is have a website. And even if you can kind of do these both at the same time, I'm just going to come back over here. You can do these both at the same time. You can make a band and have your website being made at the same time. You don't need to do stagnate it once after another. So think about that. If you want to get some gigs, they're not going to come get you. You got to go get them. All right, let's go on. Number 3, having the website. All right, so you've got your website. You've got your band. Now you have a couple options. Like I said, you don't have to do these in order. Here's the order I did it. Is find a, I guess, I don't want to say free place to play. But if your first gig has to be free, it has to be free. There's nothing wrong with your first gig being free. Use it as a marketing opportunity. 1, get that date on the calendar, right? That's the first thing you got to do. But 2, at this marketing opportunity, you better hire a cameraman or bring a tripod and some cameras, or put your iPod on your iPhone on some of that stuff, and make sure you can capture some decent audio at least, right? And capture some decent footage. Our footage, you can go back and look at the YouTube footage. It's terrible. It's literally 15 minutes of one song and 15 minutes of the next. I got smart on my second round. Smarter, I should say. Each time I do it, I get a little smarter. The second time around, we did shorter clips of just intro of different variations of styles that we play. And most people aren't going to watch your videos or this stuff a couple seconds beyond when they hit play. They're going to know if they want to hire you or not before they really get into it. But yeah, find a free place to play, because this is your marketing opportunity, right? You get one opportunity now. If you get that first person to say yes, then you're good to go. So find that free place to play. Where are your friends playing, right? Think about this stuff. If it's in someone's house, that's cool. If it's at an apartment complex's lodge or something like that, or I should say lobby, right? Over. I live next to an apartment complex. Find that free place to play, whether it's a gig or whether it's just a place that you can get together that looks kind of nice, because this is your marketing opportunity to next make audio and video recordings, right? You gotta have them. And like I said, don't be like me. Don't make the whole video. You don't need, hit record, walk away, come back and do some simple edits in iMovie later if you're not experienced. Get some Adobe Premiere if you are experienced. It's really not that hard. There's tons of tutorials online. Just sit down, make some simple cuts, and like I said, you don't need but maybe a minute or two to really sell what you're doing, right? So make some audio and video recordings. I can tell you my first one, and it got us a bunch of gigs. People, they'll hire you. They just want to see that you can play. It doesn't have to be the greatest first step, right? And as you go along, you can get better and better, right? So do it as well as you can, but yeah, make sure you get something from this first opportunity. So make your video on audio recordings. I think I used an iPad. In fact, I know I used this iPad right here, an iPad Air. It has a terrible camera, right? And I think I used an iPhone, and someone else had brought some kind of camera that they lent me some footage. So it had a very mixed up footage. And when people would walk in front of the screen, I would zoom over to a picture. It was, it was bad. But surprisingly, it got us a couple gigs. And that's all that really what you need with this. You need your first promo. And it's your first thing that you make. It might not be the best, but it might be good. Who knows? It depends on what your quality and level and how much money you want to put into this is. If it's minimal, that's okay. It's going to be fine, right? So make audio and video recordings. I think for the audio, just to give you an idea, let me find my bag. I have one of these old H2 Zoom recorders, right? These things are great. They it has this not dynamic condenser mic right on the top, powered by batteries on the bottom, of course. Records to an SD card. All I did was put that in a place that the trumpet didn't point at, right? I put it over away from the drums, kind of, but not too far away. I wanted it to, I thought about the placement. You don't want a trumpet screaming right into the microphone, but you want it to capture everyone. So that is one great way to do it. Then in iMovie or whatever, or Adobe, or if you're on an iPad, LumaFusion's a great one. They're very cheap. Well, mostly cheap. For Adobe, I just get it for a little bit and cut the subscription after you finish your first video. Get some experience, then don't pay it for a little bit. All right, so make some simple videos. There's plenty of opportunities there to learn about that on the internet. If you want to hear how I've done it in the past, let me know over in the comment section. All right, so while we're here, well, hey there. Let's see if I can get over to the right place at the right time, right? We have our live dashboard. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Okay, so I wanted to take a second to go over here, and we're going to be talking about, just really quick, right? What was it? Oh, geez. Don't you love when you have a brain fart right there, right there, right there. All right, so we wrote out our plan of attack. We've gone through steps number 1 through 4. Notice this is just a casual conversation. There's no real order to do these. I haven't pre-written these down. This is just up here on the screen, right? So I want to take a second and oh yeah, that's right. So a couple things that we do here live, just so you guys know, is besides videos like this where we're getting a gig, is we do live online lessons, one-on-one lessons. That's private. We also do live lessons right here. I haven't picked the day of the week that we actually do the live lesson yet, but it's coming here soon. But if you want to submit, say you worked on Monday's plan, yeah, and just to give you guys an idea, here's the weekly kind of thing. On Monday you had a jazz lesson, so if you worked on that on Monday and you want to submit your audio to a recording of what you were working on for some personal feedback, go ahead and submit that in the link below in the description, because that's free. That's absolutely free for you guys to do. Submit that. I will give you some personal opinion, some very subjective thoughts on what you can do to sound better and what you can do to get better at your instrument, whether that's trumpet like I play or any other instrument really. And if I can't answer the question, I know a lot of people that can, and I'll hook you guys up with those people that can answer that question, or to even bring them in here on the show. All right, so we're going through our next thing that we're doing. Oh, yeah, so we do private one-on-one lessons. We do the live lessons that are free. And like I said, stick around a couple more minutes. We're going to be making this code for three private lessons free. If you join the studio here, and that's one-on-one either through the video chat or in home lessons or in my house lessons. If you're here in DFW, I'll invite you over and show you how to sign up for these lessons and everything. Lastly, the last thing we do is besides making these videos, make the live videos, making the one-on-one lesson videos, and giving away free lessons. If for some reason that you guys are living out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, and I'm here down in Dallas, Texas, and you want lessons, that's completely fine too. I hook you up with some teachers. I know teachers all over the nation that work with NM Music already. And yeah, or if I don't, I'll find that teacher for you, the perfect teacher for you. All right, let's go back to it and review what we were doing so far. So if you're just joining us, we had make a band. We were just making a band. First of all, is your first thing that you got to do to get a gig. Have a website. That's the second thing you do. Find a free place to play, whether it's a free bar gig. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's not many of those going around. I know a bunch of them, but You give and you take. You give and you take. This is your marketing opportunity to make a video and audio recordings with an audience there, live in front of other people. That makes a big difference on how you are perceived later in this plan. All right. So of course, update your website with new materials, right? That you just made. So make those new materials, see what you can do to get those as good as you can, and update your website with those new materials. It's gonna definitely be one of those ways that you can work on getting that first gig or more gigs, right? If you haven't done that yet. All right. So next, let's see, what would I do next if I was in your shoes and I have a website? Now, the thing is, no one's going to go to your website unless you tell them to go to your website. You got to tell them to go, because how else would they know? Maybe they saw you out at that free gig you played once in the bar that was half full that night because it was a weeknight. That, oh yeah, been there, done that a lot of times, right? No one's going to go unless you tell them to go. So you need to make a email list or some kind of contact list, right? From here you have two options. That includes cold calling, or that includes making an email list. Now let me show you how easy it is to make an email list. I make it with MailChimp. So you jump on MailChimp.com, of course, or there's all sorts of MailChimp. There's all sorts of email list making providers out there that are really easy to make, right? Jump on there, and then let me show you how easy it is to get someone's email. So first, let's go to here and go to Facebook.com, and of course, actually, let's go to Google.com, right? And I didn't even know maps.google.com. I love maps.google.com. So you go there. I love it because it's so easy to find a restaurant. So how about if you type in live jazz, and just to see what happens, right? And you're looking here, and there's a bunch of restaurants that pop up, and I'm going downtown Dallas. So let's get down here to downtown Dallas, right? Okay. So just checking out the Twilight Lounge. If I hit that button, they come up over here on the side. And you can find their website, of course, right? A lot of websites, once you get to their website, let's see what we got here, won't have contact information. And that is a pretty normal kind of thing. So let's see. Do they have contact information? Please excuse our mess. We're completely... oh, my goodness gracious. So this is even worse than it normally is. So at this time, I like to go Twilight Lounge Facebook, right? Okay. And there it is. Let's just check it out. Let's see what we got here. We'll go through here. And... hi, Oakley. Oakley's my dog. He's groaning at me. Now you stay over there. No one wants to see you on camera. All right. A lot of times over here in the About section, let's see if they do it. No, they don't do it, but they have the website or the chat, so you can chat to them there. Oh, here we go. Additional contact information. When the websites don't work to get their emails to find out, their booking managers, go ahead and find their additional contact info right there on Facebook or whatever other social media platforms you guys are on. There's usually some kind of way to get that restaurant's email. Now, we're not trying to spam them. We're not trying to do anything wrong here. We're not trying to say, hey, buy this, buy this, buy this. We're simply accumulating a list of people to reach out to and contact. Now, another way you can do it is by coming up here and calling them, cold calling, and have a rehearsed way of getting that done. So make an email list of some kind or contact list. Oakley, you're going to have to stop. No. All right. So, well, we're going to have to take one really quick second so I can put him outside. Why don't you check out my website while that happens? Outside. Come on. Out. Get out there. Get out there. See you later. All right. Cool. So, we have make an email list or some kind of contact list. Like I promised, we should probably go make that code here soon to get some free music lessons. Let's see. First I gotta check our live chat. How's our live chat doing? If you guys are here and you guys are watching, say hello, hello, hi, are you guys doing? All right. We should probably maybe advertise this get your free 3 free lessons here. Where should we go and put this? Maybe on Reddit? I love going to Reddit. If you guys have watched before, it's becoming kind of a traditional kind of thing to go say hi in a Reddit community here and try to share what we're doing. So if you guys are liking what learning about this stuff, be sure to subscribe down below and share this. That's really one of the best ways to help me out to get this up and going. So we're getting jazz gigs. I really like the trumpet community just because I'm a trumpet player. So let's write a post in the trumpet community. Trumpet. Oh, choose a community. Trumpet. Right? Get how to get your first jazz, or I shouldn't say first / more gigs. Right? Hello, Reddit trumpet players. You're getting a type out and a shout out here right live. Hello, Reddit trumpet players. I am hosting my daily live show, live jazz lesson on YouTube that featuring, let's see, live jazz lesson on YouTube, ! Currently, we are talking about how to get a gig. Also, we are about to give away 3, I think I'm going to go with 3. We're going with 3. 3 private lessons. One-on-one. In-home. I shouldn't say that. Not on an online community, huh? I don't know. See, if you're in Dallas and you want to take a lesson in-home, let me know. That's part of my business. I go to people's houses and I teach them music. One-on-one, online or in-home, if available. Lesson. Let's see. 3 private lessons. One-on-one, online or in-home, if available. I shouldn't say giveaway. Yeah, giveaway. Why not? We're giving away. Post. Oh, most important. The link. The link, the link, the link. Right? Here we go. Post that. And, okay, so we're on our next topic here. Where'd this go? Make an email list of some kind of contact list. All right, so start emailing / cold calling. We were talking about making a MailChimp list or making some kind of list that helps you to organize and send out on a regular basis your emails and your promotional materials. So in the email, I'm just going to show you one of our email lists and how we do it. So Safari, and we're going to mail. In fact, don't look at this. Let me log in. I'm scared it's going to show you my password. Right? So check out this this email campaign. I'm going to show you an old one back from when I first started and how we first used it. So let me load her up here quick. So with this MailChimp campaign, I basically, when I first started about 3 years ago, I was sending out these campaigns, and they're called campaigns, by the way, when you send them out, like just a big blast, right? I was sending out these blasts about once a month-ish, maybe once every 2 months. Like I said, I don't want to annoy people, and I don't know, that's just how I do it. If you want to do it more, try it out, let me know how it goes. If you do it less, if it works better. And after about a year or 2 of this, I have not sent one in a couple months. I send one every couple months just to remind people that we're still out there playing. But I've kind of moved over into the sending out our dates that we are playing kind of area. So this is how to get a gig. Okay, so let me pull up, not template, my campaigns, right? So like I said, MailChimp, you put your list in there that you create. And when you are sending these campaigns, here we go. Funky Jazz Band Booking. Let's see what this one was. June 19th. I think it's just this year. All right. So it's a pretty simple layout. This is what would be in your inbox. Jazz events. Hello, my name is Nick McLean, band leader, MM Jazz Tet. We're looking for to book the upcoming few months. And I'm kind of general and I'm just kind of friendly, right? The NM Jazz Tap group, I tell who we are. The band is adapted to play any type of room, of course, exactly what we do. And then most importantly, in the email itself, I provide YouTube embeds, which means people can click this right in the email and play the song that is listed right there, right? Pictures of our band, of course, and maybe even kind of an incentive to hire your band over anyone else. At this point in time, we were looking for a new weekly session. Of course, we're trying to look for maybe a discounted session of what we're going to do. And then one of the things I don't put prices here. You know, every place is different. You might be accidentally emailing a wedding inviter or wedding coordinator, and they see that, if you put $100, per person, and they look at that, they're going to want that price. You got to make sure you price fairly per the situation, per the gig, and that's how it works. All right, let's get back to our list here. All right, start emailing and cold calling. I'm not big on the cold calling. I do cold calling in a different situation, and I'm going to show you that here in a second of how I do that. But, yeah, that's more for private events, for me at least. All right, so we emailed, cold called. Now, the hard part, sit and wait. Write some music and analyze your MailChimp or your statistics, your email statistics, right? At this point, you can also research other bands and their websites, right? One of the easiest way to get your music up to par, and you probably hear me say this all the time, is transcribe, copy, and get into that and do that. But we can do the same thing here. Look at other people's websites and see what you like about those. I'm not saying copy exactly what's in there and plagiarize. No, they have about sections, they have bio sections, they have calendars, different ways of doing the calendars, just different ways of presenting music. Which way do you like, and how can you effectively do that with the platform that you chose to make your website? That's the big question. All right. All right, so that right there, that should get you a couple gigs right off the bat. You might be getting some bar gigs. You might be getting some bar gigs or like club dates or like restaurant venues, right? Those are some easy gigs to get by just cold emailing and cold calling, right? The biggest thing here with your email list and your calling is stay consistent on a monthly or bi-monthly basis at the least, right? Stay consistent. I can't tell you how many gigs I've got where the person after they hired us has come up after the show, and they're like very pleased with it, and they come up and they say, you've been emailing me for a year straight every month or so, and I just haven't had the opportunity, and I'm glad you are consistently doing this. Yeah. Just keep going. If they don't respond to you, it's not a big deal, right? If they respond to you, ask for the price, and they give you something too low, it's not a big deal. Don't take too low, That's a whole nother video. Pricing and how to get that to work is a whole nother video, and we're going to have to skip that today, I think, unless you guys are over here in the chat and just telling me, hey, let's talk about pricing. What do I charge for a jazz band? Let's see. Oh, where did my live thing go? Live dashboard. Hello, guys. All right, so going on. All right, so we stay consistently on a bi-monthly basis, or at least a monthly basis. The next thing you really want to do is hopefully at this point, you've started to get some at least traction of people talking to you, right? You might get 1 or 2 gigs, and that'd be great. My list currently is up to about 1,000 venues that I email on a monthly basis, and so you can't have too many. Don't settle for 10 or 15 on that list. Get like 1,000. Get like 500. And you don't need 1,000 to send out your first blast. I think my first blast was probably 100, right? And I probably got, I'm looking at the clock, because I remember looking at the clock when I did this. I probably was able to get at least 5 emails every 15 minutes to put onto this list, right? And keep organized, know who's who, and categorize them as well as you're going through this. All right, we got almost 10 things that we're doing here. There's a section 2 that I want to get to, but before the section 2 thing, we got to give away these free lessons for either if you're watching now or if you're watching in the future. Try this code out, right? I don't know if it's going to work or not. it might be too late. Maybe people are already watching. Maybe people already used the code. But maybe you are the lucky person that's going to get these 3 free lessons. 3 free lessons, right? Let's go see 3 private one-on-one lessons and get those up there. So where's this? Here we go. Discounts, right? We have our new discount right here. 3 free lessons, right? I think you can come on over here. You're allowed to see. 3 free lessons here on my Squarespace. This is why I love Squarespace. They're not a sponsor, by the way. I wish they would be, but no. Look, we're going to do a discount code. Let's just generate the code. There's your code, right? If you can't see that, let's see if I can zoom in. Is D6J8MDI. I'm going to copy that, right? And we'll put that down, I don't know, somewhere else. Maybe I'll say it later. I don't know. Percentage off. It's going to be 100% off. I'm giving you 100% off on a single product. You're looking to buy the single recurring lessons. Let me see if I can update this here. Recurring private lessons. That's the one. All right. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away to 3 people. How's that? 3? Is that fair? I think it is. We're going to give it to all payments, and after those 3, you'll have to re-sign up, but that's okay. We're just trying to get people to learn jazz, and I'll give away 3 free lessons to 3 free people, right? So there's the code one more time, D6J8MDI. If you go to the discount code, or when in the checkout, when you're buying the subscription lessons, there's our one-on-one lessons. Go ahead and enter that code. If you guys are interested in those lessons and want to take a lesson before you even sign up with your credit card or anything like that, go ahead, and I'm going to show you where to click save, right? Hit education over here. And on this page right here, you'll come down to the lessons. You can click any one of these buttons that pops up here at the very bottom. Sign me up, or first time free and home consultation, or make my lesson plan. And they all do the same thing. Or even better, just email me at Email me at nickmclean@nm-music.org. That is nickmclean@nm-music.org. Email me and say, hey, Nick, I really want a lesson. I give away free lessons all the time. Maybe they're more like 20 minutes. These ones I'm giving away are actual free, 100% the lessons I teach for money on a daily basis. So I'm giving away those lessons. So yeah, see what happens. And you can click that right here, recurring private lessons. That's the one, the red one, recurring private lessons. Click that, baby, and you are going to enter that code. I think it was D6Is. I don't know. Rewind and watch that again. If you missed it, oh, man, that stinks. Maybe I'll say it again at the end of the video, so stick around. All right, let's get back to it. So we have a couple more things that we're working on here. Let's look at our plan one more time. Number 10. Hopefully by now you've been getting some bar gigs and some other gigs, but we're not done. We're definitely not done. Okay. So the next thing, let's go. Let's organize this list a little bit better while we're here. So one, this is the start off by. There we go. Email us some kind of contact. Okay, cool. Look at this. And this is going to be number 1. Uh-oh. Can I get rid of that? Uh-oh. Uh-huh. You can see how bad I am at editing stuff. I guess we're going to keep it one list. Nah. There we go. That works. Put a little dash in there. That's your second part of the... So the second part is continue by... Keep going. So you ready for this one? Now you've got into your bar gigs, you got into your private gigs, your wineries, coffee houses, wherever you got the low paying gigs. Hopefully they're fair paying low gigs, still giving you enough to profit on and use your time wisely. And like I said, we'll make a whole nother video about how much to charge for music, live music, right? Going on. You want to get into the more special gigs, the privatized gigs. And here's a way to do this is continue making your email list using, what are they called? Event web pages. right? So there are a ton of web pages, and I'm going to show you right here. Like if I type in Dallas events, I'm just going to keep it pretty general, pretty bland. Check these out. Eventbrite is a great place to do. All you have to do is click the event page, and somewhere they're going to show you popular events in Dallas coming up. Look at this kind of stuff. Of course, a jazz band at the Minecraft Mine Fair is not going to happen. The Big Tex Beer Fest, that'd be a great place for some jazz. If you guys are watching that, hit me up. I'd love to have my band come play. But nonetheless, if you click that, I'm sure there's a way, and I know there's a way because I haven't done it on this specific one, but I've done it hundreds of times, where you come in here and you click contact information. Contact these people, either the North Texas Food Bank or, well, no, you got to read. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the, nope, can't contact them. But contact these people, and there's going to be contact information somewhere here. Share with friends, things to do in Dallas. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Well, maybe something over here. Facebook. There's a Facebook thing right there. Let's see what happens if I do the same trick I did earlier, and I come on over here to the About section of this. Especially events, they love putting their emails in here because there's tons of people that they need to get in contact with. Nope, but maybe on their webpage. Who knows? If I'm going too fast for you, let me know over in the comments. All right, we got this. Sign up for the newsletter. Become a vendor. Nothing at the bottom, maybe at the top. Is there a contact? Okay, thanks. Right? Festival info, festival map, buy tickets, connect. Let's see what this connect button is. If not, I think I just saw what we need. So you can definitely use this, but this isn't going to get them on your email list. There. That's what you're looking for. City of Murphy, look, perfect. That's who you're looking for. Maybe I'll even email them later and be like, hey, I just saw you guys online while I was on my live show featuring how to get a gig, and I was wondering if we can come play at your festival. Usually, if you go about 2 months out, right? You know, from your current date to 2 months out. Is it backwards? I don't even know. Current date to 2 months out or 3 months out, and do this once every like 2 or 3 months or once a month, and just hit those dates overlapping like that. Do that about once a month, and these people are going to respond to you and see that you're on their list and they're on your list, and they've been contacting you, and you can definitely work through and get some gigs there. And those are some higher paying gigs because they're actual city of Murphy, Texas gigs, or city of Dallas, Texas gigs, or huge event gigs where they actually have a budget for a legitimate band. So that is another way to grab some attention there. Come in there. Continue making your email list using event web pages. So be creative. Find those events and reach out to those people. Just cold calling and cold emailing again, right? 11 is continue, or let's see, not continue. We don't want to continue. Make a what is it called? Gig salad or / gig masters page. This is kind of like the equivalent of a Facebook page for a band. You have one of those too. That's a great thing to have, but that's more for your fans. And this is about getting a gig, right? So that's why I haven't really talked about Facebook or advertising that way yet either. But we'll eventually get to that stuff here in the future. Make a gig salad, gig masters page. I've gotten tons of gigs from these websites. The big one's here now. Can't tell you his name yet. Maybe in the future. But going on, make a gig salad or gig masters page. Even if you get 1 or 2 gigs, having those gigs, like I said, those are usually the private gigs. Those are the birthday parties in someone's house. Those are the weddings and the venue things. There's one called the wedding. What is the wedding planning one? I'd have to look it up again. The Bridal Network. There's one of them, and then there's. Let me know if you guys know. Just look up wedding planning websites, and those will get you in contact with the wedding planners, and that's a whole foot in the door to get started with that kind of stuff, right? Make a gig salad / gig masters page. All right, so those are 11 tips that I have for you guys. I think that pretty much sums it up. Oh, transfer, bonus tip here. Transfer your gig salad / gig masters. I should really call those digital managing pages. Digital managing 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 pages. Contacts to your email list, right? Of course, you got to have that email list. I'm as guilty as everyone else. I don't use it as much as I need to anymore, but I do have it. I've been using it, and that's what's got me to where I've been so far. Is I made this email list, and here's the plan. I got the plan right there. Just check it out. Oh my goodness, I keep messing up the direction. That's the plan right there. Woo, yeah. So check that out and see if that can help you. Planning attack, getting a gig. Yeah, maybe I should save this and email it if you sign up to my email list, or just email me and I'll email it to you. Yeah. Or it's just in the video right here, I guess. So, yeah. Lastly, let's see. We're going over here. Let's see what else we got to do. So, in review, we've talked a little bit about the getting a gig, whether it's your first gig or getting more gigs or having a plan of attack to go do that. We also gave away the link, the code to go get 3 free music lessons, right? Here it is. You guys ready for the code one more time? It's D6J8MDI. D6J8MDI. Check this out. I wonder if I can... This program is so cool. I want to actually show you guys this program one day, but it has nothing to do with music, so maybe it's not a great idea. But I could go right through here, and we're going to go and add the code right in the bottom of the email, or right in the email, D6J and 8MDI, 8MDI, and those are all capitals. Forgive me for not having capitals. And there it is at the bottom of the page. D6J8MDI. Uh-oh. We got the little one back. He about ripped down the whole iPad. Okay. Well, that is enough of theory and practice. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let's transfer back to the original camera. So, as we're thinking about... Oh, look at this. Look at this. There's 2 of me. That's how advanced I am with learning this stuff. Where in the world? Go away. There we go. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. We're back. Okay. So, we have 11 tips for getting a gig. 1, make a band, have a website, find a free place to play, make audio and video recordings, update your website with new materials all the time, as much as you possibly can. I'm as guilty as anyone for that. I'm trying to be better, as you can tell. Make an email list. This is step number 2. Make an email list. Start cold calling and emailing people. Sit and wait. Write music. Analyze your email stats. See what's working. See what's not working. Send it again. You can even do trial batches. That's something I didn't talk about today, where at least MailChimp does this, where you can send the A group of one list this email variation, and the B group this email variation. That's one way to help yourself out there. Continue making email lists. Oh, sorry, we skipped a couple. Stay consistent. That's the big one. Stay consistent. Use those groups. Keep going. Because like I said, you might email them for a whole week or a month or 2 months or a year before you get that gig. And that press of the button and just the little chirp in the ear of that venue saying, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. NM Jazz Ted's here. It's still here. Okay, you get the idea. You'll get the gig, right? It's going to come sooner or later, and it's going to be good things happening. Continue making your email list by using event web pages. So go out to those event web pages like Eventbrite or any of the big pages that really just categorize events and show you where they're at. Use those pages to accumulate more contacts. I think that's a separate list. I use that as a separate list because I don't want to be sending the bar venues and wineries and restaurants the same email that I'm sending these event web pages for bigger events. These are 2 different categories of events that you got to advertise for. Another option is to make a gig salad / gig masters page. That's a digital, there's so many other ones out there too. I use those too, but that's a digital marketing, it's a digital manager basically. It's there's some tips and stuff I need to give you for those, but we don't have time today. And transfer your gig salad and gig masters clients and whatnot to your contacts email list. Now, I have 2, now I have 3 email lists. I have the lessons email list that you are currently watching and hopefully you've subscribed to, or you can just subscribe to the YouTube channel right down below. Or right? You can go ahead and go and join the Jazz Tet list, or you can, I have the private list where I have my email contacts for getting gigs and managing gigs. And in that list, there's 3 or 4 different lists as well of different style of contacts that need different personalizations of emails. So it's a lot, but you take one step at a time. You do a little bit each day. Just sit down and get 10 emails on your list today and tomorrow. And by the end of the week, you have 70 emails that you can blast off to, even if you get 1 gig out of those 70s. Even if you get a glimpse of a gig out of that 70 emails, that's worth the time that you've taken to put in there and do that kind of thing, to get your band that gig, right? So hopefully some of the stuff I've talked about really helps. I'll make sure I hit everything that I wanted to hit today. Yeah, I think we really did. And then lastly, once again, we gave away 3 free lessons, and there's 3 of those codes. Actually, there's 1 code. It could It could be used 3 times. So that means 3 different people can use this code to get I'm giving away 9 lessons. They're $70 each if you buy 1 lesson at a time. If you're joining that subscription thing, that's $60 each. So you're getting, $180 worth of lessons for free. So join that. The lessons, like I said, I think I said this, but my lessons are either in-home, if you're available in the DFW area. 2, I do a lot of lessons online, especially jazz lessons, especially trumpet lessons. Those are my specialties, but I take any instrument. We talk about music, right? We're talking about that kind of stuff, especially on other instruments. And we're talking about music theory and writing music and anything that your heart desires. So we do in-home lessons, online lessons, and third of all, if you really want the in-home lesson and I'm not available, or if you really want the online lesson and I think that you might need someone special, I'm going to recommend another teacher for you. No matter where you live, I will find that teacher. That's my job. I find teachers for people. I interview those teachers. I talk to them. I say, hey, does this guy really know what's going on? Is he a good teacher, or is she a good teacher, I should say as well? Do they give you quality education? And that's a big pet peeve of mine. I'm actually working on a video now that's going to be released pretty soon about bad teaching and just asking yourself one question to find out if your teacher sucks, right? But anyways, going on from there, those are a couple ways we do lessons, and that's what basically this company does. But check it out. The last thing I want to tell you guys about, the last thing that we really work on is our live lessons. You've tuned into one of those live lessons. So let's just talk about those, because I don't think we have anyone in the chat. I don't think we have anyone here. Like, I haven't been there for a while. Hello to the chat. Hello. Yeah, cool. So as you're going through and you're working on these live lessons and whatnot, joining me for these live lessons, I just want to tell you a little bit about that. My live lessons happen every single day at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 4:30 Eastern. Gotta do math. Oh my goodness gracious. 4:30 Eastern, and then subtract an hour for the mountain and subtract 2 hours for the California time. I try to stay on as long as I can and do what I can. But yeah, we're definitely approaching this second time I've said that, part of the lesson. We have where we go into the live lessons. As this studio gets bigger, we're actually going to be featuring students on screen here. Their faces won't be here, of course. Your first name will be there, but nothing else. Just audio, just of you talking, just of you playing and working through some stuff. And we're going to actually work one-on-one live here, kind of like a masterclass. There are 2 ways that you're going to be able to do this. One is currently up and running in the link in the description. Go ahead and click it, and you can submit some work of that you've been working on through my website, and then we can talk and see what you're working on. Usually, I would say aim to do something like 5 minutes or so, and then you can, I'll give you some personalized input. Everyone that submits stuff down the link, like I said, your face won't be shown, just your name, we'll just listen to it and be like, hey, Joe, you're sounding really good, but you need to make sure this is happening. Here's an exercise to help that, right? And on our live lessons, we'll just go through that. The second way, we're going to start a new session here, the new one-on-one live lessons, where you can call in, you can say, hey, what's up? I'm actually here live one-on-one on the camera, right? Of course, your face won't be there, just the audio, right? But yeah, you'll be taking a brand spanking new live lesson for free right here on the internet on YouTube Live. So joining me for that'd be a great way to jump in on that. All right, so let's go through our weekly thing here. On the first thing, hey there, little Oakley. Oakley's my new pup. Whoa, look at this tail. Cool. So on Mondays we have our, let's see, can I do it? On Mondays, check it out. Mondays is always the new live jazz lesson where we get a new concept, something new to do, something new to say, something new to work on. It's not necessarily in order from last week, but if you guys have something that you want to work on, hit me up and I'll make a lesson about it and we'll go through it on Mondays. Mondays is the lesson. Last Monday was using the diminished chord over a 5 chord. Yeah. All right. So Tuesdays, if you joined us for the Tuesday section, we had the musical Q&A where you can ask anything you want, and I try to answer that as best I can. If I can't answer it, I'll find someone that can. More importantly, if you don't ask it, I'll find a question. I'll find that question online. We hit a lot of forums. We hit a lot of some databases, and we hit some Facebook stuff. We hit some Reddit stuff, just general areas where people might ask questions. We answer the question here on the video, and together we drop that link in your comment to see if you come and join us, right? To see if you come and be part of our YouTube live lesson series. Wednesday was the first version of Scale Jail. That was yesterday. Don't talk to me about it. Not very happy with it. We're going to be redoing that one again. But more importantly, we are keeping Scale Jail. Scale Jail is staying, and Scale Jail is going to be there. We're going to do Scale Jail every single Wednesday where we learn a new scale and learn how to use it over our new progression. So last Wednesday, if you haven't learned the chromatic scale, please go learn the chromatic scale. It's an easy scale. You got to know the chromatic scale. So yeah, Wednesday, go hit that. Go see that and make sure you know that chromatic scale, because next Wednesday, we're going to be learning another scale. All right. On Thursday, like today, you can see we have practice tips, and practice tips is anything that you need to practice on. Today, we practiced getting a gig and how to get a gig. Normally, I might even have some practice tips. I think there was one I was actually working on, but I got so excited about today that I wanted to talk about getting a gig. Today was supposed to be how to manage your time wisely, but nope, that didn't happen. We're talking about getting gigs today, and that's how I get gigs and how I've done it. Like I said, I don't know everything about getting gigs, but at the same time, I hope that helps you. Tomorrow is Friday where we actually do the live lesson series. And the live lesson series, we're actually going to make sure that we actually get some people in here with some video input or some audio input. And I'm going to go through and how to get that done and how to leave that. All you have to do to submit live lessons is one, click the link in the description. Once you click that link in the description, everything else will be answered for you, where you can upload your audio and just play along, right? Or I shouldn't say play along. You're not playing along yet. That's when you join back for the live lesson here. So once you upload your audio, check back in the live lesson. This is the live lesson every day, 3:30. And on Fridays, we review those lessons together. We go one by one. We hit those lessons. And, yeah. Saturday or Sunday is tech reviews and more, right? So there's a couple things I've been aching to tech review to see how they work for musicians, right? One of the things I really want to get done is the using the iPad Pro as a musician, and to see what you can do with that as a musician, as a modern musician. Like, what do I use it for, and how has it helped my company? There's a couple other things, some metronomes I want to review and show you guys, some audio recording equipment that I think would be cool to look at. All right. Yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. Let's get rid of this. If you had forgotten, make sure you check out www.nm-music.org. That has my website where you can like and subscribe to our email list. And once you subscribe to our email list, you can get tons of sweet deals on live music, on performances if you want my band to come play, or most importantly, take some lessons and be able to catch up to these live lessons. So that email list is the one way that you can get things going. All right, so yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. I want to thank you guys. I'm just checking my last call here. Last call. Did we hit everything that we wanted to hit today? It looks like the outro is thanks for checking in today. We stream every single day. I don't know if I said that, probably. We stream every single day at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. So come join us. Bring your best attitude. Bring your instrument. Play along most days. Today was not a play along day. We have the daily events, which I showed you one more time. Here they are on the side of the screen, just in case. They go down in order: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sundays, tech reviews, and more. All right, so, and of course, like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. And I will. Are we done? Should we be done, or should we just continue doing something? I'm not too sure. because I'm quite enjoying it today. Nah. I don't know. I think we're done. I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy.